It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without some. But there was no sports. Yo, guys, what's going on? It's Coach Wondergeddon, Coach Wondergeddon podcast. Yeah, I'm here. It's been a while. Haven't seen you guys in a minute. We ain't had no sports to talk about. All of us were dealing with COVID in our different ways. Some people had a terrible COVID time. Some people had the best COVID time ever. Man, so much to talk about, but I think because the sports are coming back, basketball's coming back, baseball's back right now. We're looking at the Yankees. Who are they playing? I think the Nationals. But we're gonna talk about basketball or baseball today, and go from there. Man, I haven't said this in a long time, but run my intro. What's going on, guys? Coach Wondergeddon. This is show's Coach Wondergeddon, the podcast. Thanks for watching. I have not said that in a long time. Welcome me back. Thank you. Missed the place. Happy New Year. Happy COVID. Jeez. I don't even remember how long it's been, but it's been a long time. We're going to talk about baseball right now because baseball is back. I know it's back. I know basketball is coming back soon. We're going to talk about that. I have been granted access back to the studio after all this time. I missed you guys. I'm telling you. I was on the internet, on Facebook, getting in trouble for talking about non-sports related stuff. I should have just stuck with the sports, but I didn't. And I was fossing up in people's business and commenting on their stuff. Now I'm back. Finally, I get to talk about stuff that I'm good at. I get to talk about sports. Fantasy sports. We're going to talk about baseball, as I already said. Forgive my rant, but it's been a long time since I talked to you guys. Where are the Blue Jays? Where are the Blue Jays playing? I still don't know where the Blue Jays are playing. The season just started today. As I said, it was the Nationals versus the Yankees, and I still don't know where the Blue Jays played. I know where my team is playing. The Wondergeddon team is playing for the Bodbon Baseball League this season. I got the 4th pick, and I picked up Shane Bieber. It's a keeper league. I'm going to talk about that. And then I'm also going to talk, I still don't know where the Blue Jays are playing, as I said. We're going to talk about some good names. I guess we'll talk about the Bodman Baseball League first. I'm going to tell you guys about my team. It was a keeper league. Been in this league for about 4 years now, I believe. I think I've won it once. And I've come in a top 4. I think last year I had an off year, but I made up for it because, as I said, it was a keeper league and my keepers were phenomenal. Phenomenal to the point that there's only one real team that I think I'm afraid of, and we've talked about this, me and him. But I still think secretly, I'm going to beat him. I think I'm going to beat him. Anyways, as I said, Bodman Baseball League, I had the 4th pick and I picked Shane Bieber. I know you're asking why did I pick him so high? Obviously because I had keepers. So let me tell you guys who my keepers were. I had my two keeper pitchers were Garrett Cole, who's now with New York. Last year he was with the Houston Astros. Now with New York dominating already. I watched the games playing in the background before it got too wet and we had a little rain delay. Garrett Cole, two strikeouts an inning. I had him last year. He was my keeper. My second keeper is Jack Flaherty. Plays for the Cardinals. He's their ace. Last year he had like a sub-1 ERA for the second half of the season. I had to make the hard choice between him and Charlie Morton from the Tampa Bay Rays. I had to choose which one I had to keep. I chose Jack Flaherty because of the second half of the season that he did have. As far as my hitters, I had 3 hitters, and I also had a rookie. My hitters were Tommy Pham, who's now left the Rays, and he plays for my second guy, Manny Machado, for the San Diego Padres, left fielder. and Manny Machado is my shortstop slash third baseman. My right fielders, Jorge Soler from Kansas City, and my rookie is Keston Herrera from the Brewers. Last year, he hit about 19 home runs in half a season. He got called up in the middle of the season and put up 19 home runs and almost a 300 batting average, which to me is crazy. I had Kevin Biggio, and I saw Herrera go down due to injury, and I picked him up just so I can keep him in my draft because, as I said, he was my rookie draft guy. I'm going to give you guys some stats about why I think my team is going to win this year. All right. Let me tell you guys why I'm going to win. Let me tell you guys about my draft first off. Shout out to the other guys on the teams. I got some great names this year. Same year, a lot of the same ones as last year. Brampton Terminators, for example. Chopples, Pintos, Whitey Whackers, Springfield Isotopes. If you guys didn't watch any The Simpsons, then you don't know what we're talking about. The Chiros are in there. Bodman Ball Sacks, Meadows, Mississauga Blue Sox, Streetsville Tigers, and of course Wondergeddon being my team. I was going to change my name to either Cole Runnings, but that was too close to another guy whose team I play with frequently in a fantasy league. I was going to go with the Jack Flair Drip, and then I said, you know what, Jack Flaherty, maybe I won't do that, or a Solier Power, but I stuck with Wondergeddon because I keep it real, and I'm a gangster like that, you don't know. Let's talk about Tommy. As I said, I already told you guys who I picked in my draft. My number 4 pick, there was 10 teams in my league this year, in my keeper league, and with the 4th pick, a whole bunch of guys were out there. I picked Shane Bieber with my 4th pick, and then we didn't snake this year, 10 teams, so with my 14th pick, I picked up Jonathan Villar from Miami. I think he's going to put up a lot of runs this year. He's on the top of a young lineup of a team that constantly overachieves. Even when they look like they're a crappy team, for some reason they still look like they still look good on paper to some sort of degree. So I kept Miami leadoff hitter. Gary Sanchez is my catcher from the New York Yankees. Strikes out a lot, but I'll take the power at catcher because catcher is such an annoying position to work at or to make really good in fantasy sports. Max Muncy, I picked up Muncy from the Dodgers. I figured another leadoff guy on a team that is going to win a lot of games in a short season. Can't go wrong with that. Not to mention he plays first, second, and third base, and he's eligible for all of those, which also made him a pretty appealing pick at the 34th. Basically, I got him in the 34. Eduardo Escobar from the Diamondbacks. Kirby Yates, I picked up the closer, probably the best closer in the business right now, with my 6th pick. And then I got like Max Kepler and a couple other guys that I think I've dropped. But those are my main guys, my top 6 guys, my pickups. I also got Matt Chapman, who's the third baseman with the Athletics. I think the Athletics are going to score a lot of points this year, so I picked him up as well. He's one of my later picks. My other ones I think were pretty obvious. I tried to go for guys that have a lot of runs and a lot of RBIs and a lot of home runs. So that's what I did. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got about 8 30-plus home run hitters on my team. And 1, 2, 3 guys who had over 100 RBIs last year, which to me is pretty incredible. I think I'm going to beat these guys up this season. No offense to all the other guys out there, but I think I'm going to win. Not funny enough, not because as much as I like my offensive team. I think the reason why I'm going to win this season is because of my dominant pitching staff that I acquired this year. As I told you guys, my starter, or that my keepers were Garrett Cole and Jack Flaherty. I think both of them are capable of winning Cy Youngs in both the American and National League. Garrett Cole plays for the Yankees now. As I said, it always feels like he's going to get about 2 strikeouts a game, and he usually comes somewhere close to that. I usually expect double-digit strikeouts from him almost every time he pitches. He might give up a run or two in the first run, in the first inning. I forgive him for that because he usually catches his groove and mows people down. Jack Flaherty, as I said, I chose him over Charlie Morton. He's young. I think he's going to. I think he's on the cusp of being one of the National League pitching greats. Not in Washington. I think he's going to be a Cy Young guy this year, at least looked at. All right, so the pitchers, I think, is going to be the reason why I'm going to win this league this year. My offense was good. Obviously, I have a bunch of 30 home run guys, but this year it's going to be the pitching. As I told you guys, I have Garrett Cole this year. I have Jack Flaherty this year, and my first pick in the draft was who was it again? Oh, it was Shane Bieber from the Cleveland. Can I say Indians? Can I not say Indians? But it was the Cleveland Indians. I also picked up Andrew Haney and Dylan Bundy from the Angels. I expect the offense to be pretty good this year for those guys, and those guys hit about a 1 strikeout per inning ratio. So I picked up those two, hoping that I could win some extra games just because they were just out of formality. So I grabbed those two, and I'm very okay with dropping them if I have to get a better player who's on a hot streak. And my last pick, surprise, surprise, I picked Rich Hill from the Minnesota Twins. Rich Hill is an injury person. He is a guy that always seems to get injured, but when he does not get injured, he actually throws amazing stuff. I'm hoping that a short season this year is going to keep him healthy. Last year he was 58 innings, almost 59 innings, and in that 59 innings he had 72 strikeouts. That's the kind of ratio that I like. If he could stay healthy and give me 100 innings this year and just rack up those strikeouts, then I think I'm going to win this league. I know some of you guys are watching right now, and I hope you're not taking this personal because I'm calling my victory for week 1. But I'm going to do it. Who cares? I'm going to win, guys. Let's talk about real life baseball, though. Season format is changed up. We have a new format. We have 16 teams going to the playoffs in a best of 3 bracket. 8 teams, 1 through 8 on each division. American League, 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5, as well as in the National League. So we have 8 teams going into the playoffs this year. Last year we had, I think, 6. I think we had 6 teams going into the playoffs and fighting. Crazy. 8 teams, 16 teams, 8 teams from each league. The top 2 teams of each division, and then the 7th and 8th best seeds are the ones that go in, and then a 3-game March Madness style tournament to determine the winner. Before that, I didn't think the Blue Jays were going to make the playoffs. Now I'm starting to wonder if they're going to. I don't know if their pitching is good enough. I hope so, but I don't know. That's pretty much it, We talked about baseball. I told you guys about my team. I'm going to tell you guys about other teams as it comes. Other teams maybe later on. We'll talk about baseball. I try not to talk too much about baseball because it's so long and boring, but this is a short and exciting season this year, so I might talk about it more than usual. Ball is coming soon. Oh shoot, I haven't seen you guys since Vince Carter retired, eh? Vince Carter retired, guys. Toronto's finest. I don't care what anybody else says. How's this for a rant? Let this be my Vince Carter rant. I told you guys from he was in Toronto that guy was nice. You guys didn't believe me. You called him Vince Carter, acting like he was some sort of injury-prone person. And then you look and this guy's been in 4 different decades of basketball. Vince Carter is one of my favorite Raptors ever. On the Mount Rushmore Toronto Raptors, Vince Carter is definitely on that Mount Rushmore. Vince Carter is probably the first face on the Mount Rushmore. Damon Stoudemire wouldn't even be on my Rushmore. And neither would Kawhi. Kyle Lowry would. Vince Carter, you're the best. You're the greatest Raptor ever. Well, second greatest behind Kyle Lowry. But I respect you. I've respected you since you were in North Carolina. I respected you for the 45 seconds that you were a Warrior. And I respected you as a Raptor. I lost a little bit of it when you left. But for the most part, love you, bro. Congratulations on your retirement, which happened a couple months ago. Too bad you can't reach the NBA playoffs of 2020 where they're gonna play some cage basketball in some Disneyland basement somewhere. Too bad you're gonna miss that, but you know what? It's for the best, man. Congratulations on your retirement, brother. Vince Carter. If it wasn't for him, there'd be no Toronto Raptors team. I'll say that again. So there you have it, folks. I'm back. It's been a long time. This is the end of the first episode back post-COVID. It's good to be back. It's good to be leaving. Come back another day. My baseball team, amazing. Toronto Blue Jays, don't even know where they're going or where they're gonna play. Hope you guys have a good year. Coach Wondergeddon, Team Wondergeddon. Hope you have a great year. We're gonna have more arguments on this forum that we've had before. We're gonna talk more stuff. We're gonna talk about baseball more often. But I think our next episode we're gonna talk about basketball a lot because they're on their way back. So that's it. That's the end of the episode. In the words of the man, the most likely Hall of Fame player, Vincent Carter. It's over!